get ya.
You've been read.
Before we get to the story, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. It helps me out a lot. Also, check out my Instagram where you'll see pictures of my cosplay, my progress, as well as art not featured on here and is exclusive to Instagram. Also, check out that I have a new merchandise store, all of which is art and done by me. Thank you guys so much, and on to the video. I, in all honesty, know nothing about anime, manga, kawaii desu nes. I had only finished watching, Hetalia about a year ago. I love the series, and I've always loved history, and to find someone able to poke fun of it was different. I used to live in England, and I moved just about a year and a half ago to the southern half of America. So I was this nervous white girl with a horrendously thick accent going to a new high school where I didn't know anyone. To be honest, I was desperate to find anyone that I had common interests with. So on the first day of school, I walk into my English class and take a seat next to this really nice girl. She was neat, looked kept to herself. Let's call her Amelia. I introduced myself, trying to put forth my best impressions, and she was so sweet when she replied. Amelia laughed a lot and was really funny. We became instant friends. One day when we were in math class, we were using whiteboards and, admit it, who doesn't love randomly doodling on these boards? I glance over to look at what she's drawing and immediately recognize the Ahoge in glasses. I lean over and whisper, "Alfred, stop doodling and pay attention, you git." She freezes, turns around and completely caught off guard with a huge smile on her face. A few weeks later, Amelia invited me over to her house along with another one of her friends who's a fan of Hetalia. I was really nervous about meeting her friend, Ivana, so I arrived at her house a bit late because my mom and I had a hard time finding her address. But I rang the doorbell and I hear this stampeding, and this Russia cosplay literally knocks me off the front porch. I was literally thrown into a rose bush. The girl was screaming broken Russian and Japanese. I had no idea how those can be combined, and introduced herself, and I had to admit I was intimidated. We went up to Amelia's room soon after that. Maybe it's my American stereotypes coming on, but it was filled with food, manga, and filth. I literally had to pick my way over to the nearby couch. Besides the off-putting setting, Amelia, Ivana, and I had become pretty good friends. Later in the evening, Ivana had to go to the orthodontist, leaving me with Amelia. We talked about Hetalia, and she introduced me to the fandom and a couple more animes that she thought I might like. Then she questioned me about where I was from. I explained how I was from England and the such, and then she started comparing me to Arthur from Hetalia. I didn't mind much since to be honest, I have blonde hair, green eyes, and from the UK, so I really wasn't surprised. She told me how much she loved to roleplay and cosplay Alfred from the series. I smiled, telling her I really liked the character. She obviously took this the wrong way. She brightened up, told me she wanted to show me something in her closet. I should have rethought what she was saying, but she insisted and I followed along. Upon entering said closet, I swear I thought I had entered some hell version of fangirl Rainbow Hetalia interpretation. All over the walls of her walk-in closet, we were covered in what seemed of pages of different US, UK, yaoi suggestive posters of different anime characters. I was getting uncomfortable, and made some lame excuse and said I was getting a bit claustrophobic. Before I had finished telling her that, I noticed that she had locked the door. I was really starting to freak out a bit. She leaned up really close to me and I could smell the Pocky we had earlier. I tried backing away and I told her to stop. She was much stronger than me and had a larger build than my lanky frame, and Amelia had pinned me to the wall. Somehow she managed to handcuff me to the railing of the hangers. I tried kicking her away, but she just got closer, licked my cheek, and purred in a hair-raising voice. "I thought you said you liked me, Arthur." I couldn't scream, I had somehow forgotten how to. After having to push her away as she tried to kiss me, saying that this was exactly like the yaoi she read, she let me go, accepting that I was merely tsundere. After the incident, I distanced myself as far away from them as possible. Amelia and Ivana had begun to call me Arthur or England in public. I tried my best to laugh it off in class, and they would refer to me as such. It was honestly the most embarrassing situation to be caught in. Ivana seemed to be out of the loop. It didn't seem she knew that Amelia was practically, I finally plucked up the courage and told Ivana what happened. She laughed at me in her Russian call and merely said, "But that's what yaoi is, Arthur. Are you surprised that you were the uke?" I was beyond shocked and vowed to just completely cut ties with them and make new friends. But right before final exams, we were doing a review in class. I volunteered to do a chemistry question on the front board, and out of nowhere Amelia comes running up and kissed me on the lips in front of the entire class. She was expelled the very next day. I moved a bit later after that and went to a private school up in Boston. I've finally been able to escape their presence, but Ivana's voice always seems to come back to me. And Amelia still leaves me voicemails. Thank you all for watching. You can go and check out the rest of my channel, click for more videos, or check me out on Instagram where I'm a heck of a lot more active, or even send me your own stories via Tumblr. Thank you guys for watching, as I said before, and I'll see you later. Bye!